Morning. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Bitcoin pulled back, now going back up. MicroStrategy pulled back huge, now heading back up. Does it go back up? Does it hold? Don't know. PPI coming, don't think it's that meaningful, but this is expiration week, so they took the market down. VIX expiration next week. They typically take it down that day before and then take it back up. So just know that, okay? Stocks go up, stocks go down. Have to understand that. The thing, there are certain things, certain times with certain companies I don't understand. And think about it. I'm freaking a genius, and I don't understand stuff. Okay, so somebody explain this to me. So ASML looks like they had earnings again. I mean, can't have earnings. Okay, sees global market growing 9% annually and passing 1 trillion. So did they have earnings, or did they restate earnings, or I don't know what they did. Okay, but he says chip market growing 9%. It's rocking. Now, here's the thing. They had earnings just a month and a half ago, and it wasn't so hot, and it started the downturn in all the chips. Now they come out again. Why would they come out again? No idea, but it's way up. Okay? So I don't know what they did. I mean, sometimes companies do this. They do this. I've seen this before. I've seen this because I'll see an earnings come out, and then 3 weeks later it comes out again. Like it's something weird, maybe a year earlier, I don't know. But it's all messed up. But either way, it's good news. It's taking chips up. How far does NVIDIA go? 9% globally chip sale raise, so that's bullish. Coin is going to introduce a PayPal-type feature of sending money. That's bullish. It's all the way down. If you think Bitcoin is going to get so here's what's going to happen. Bitcoin is going to hit 100,000. Is it going to blow through to 100,000, 100,014? Or is it going to drop 15% off of that, so drop all the way to 85,000 off of that? Don't know. Either is possible. Then we see. People are asking yesterday all day why MicroStrategy was down. Here's the thing, guys. So MicroStrategy is a company. Let's say you yourself start a company, okay? You go raise $1 million, and you buy Bitcoin with it, okay? So you buy 10 Bitcoin. Let's say they're 100,000. So you buy 10 Bitcoin, and that's the company, okay? Now you do a little bit of consulting on the side, and you bring in another 10 grand a year. You're a shitty consultant, so you only bring in 10 grand a year, okay? So, okay. So then you go public, so your stock comes out, and it should be worth $1 million market cap. But the market starts paying you $15 million market cap, more than your company is worth. So at some point, your market cap comes down, so your stock goes down, even if Bitcoin goes up. So let's say the market cap is 15 in your company, your small company that has 10 Bitcoin, your shitty consultant. So they're giving you 15 million market cap. And then so Bitcoin doubles, so it goes to 200,000. So you still only have 10 Bitcoin. Okay? So now you have a $2 million market, $2 million in Bitcoin. But they're giving you 15 million. At some point, it stops going up. Okay, that's MicroStrategy. If you take the number of Bitcoin they have, you times about the amount of Bitcoin, the stock's not even worth $150, but it's trading at 340. And the reason that is because they can go out and they can keep raising money and buying more Bitcoin. Okay. So let's say they go out and they raise another $10 billion and they buy $10 billion more of Bitcoin. And Bitcoin goes up. So at some point, in theory, I don't know, at 500,000, 600,000, whatever it is, they have enough Bitcoin to make that valuation. So that's why it's going up. But that's why also on any particular day, it can get trashed. Okay? So just understand that. Coin is different. Coin makes money by you executing a trade. Just like when you trade at Fidelity, they make money when you trade. Okay? If you buy an option, they charge you for the option, and then they get paid from the option money for order flow. When you trade a stock, they get paid money for order flow. Okay? So that they make money. That's coin. So when you trade Bitcoin or any other crypto, they make money. So as the price of crypto goes up, they charge more commissions, they make more money. That's a different model, okay? So understand that. Today, let's see what happens here. The ASML news is very positive. Does that mean AMAT news tonight is positive and all the chips start back up? Possible. How about snow? We got snow for earnings. Now remember, snow in January, and remember, Sam memorized this stuff based on where he was. We were in New York, and we were doing that little event in New York and stuff, where a little event had 100 people, 150 people within 5 minutes of tweeting. Interesting. But snow was at $220 and it dropped $60. Meanwhile, Facebook had gone up $80 that week, right, that day. So those two events, you remember stuff on events. So snow was at $220. So in January it was at $220 and right now it's $130. If for some reason they say good stuff, and now all of a sudden Datadog is moving, which is a snow competitor, same industry, MDB, all these other ones are starting to move. Maybe it's ready. Maybe it goes to 170, 180, or maybe it goes to zero. Okay, so understand that. Tesla looks stuck. It looks stuck. Maybe it's stuck for a week. Maybe it's stuck for a month. Don't know. Okay. Now, one other thing. Trump is saying that he's going to stop all the subsidies. Okay. But that's actually a Tesla bullish. If all the companies getting subsidies and nobody buys those cars anymore, Tesla survives. All the other EV makers die. They just die. So it's effectively putting everybody else out of business, even though it sells less Teslas for a while. Okay, so just understand that. Now, TSM hasn't been going up because the CEO got stupid. Look, there's no other way to say this. Think CEOs that do dumb stuff. Now, I posted this on public Twitter, and you have to understand this, okay? The U.S. government tells NVIDIA you're not allowed to sell to China. This was a year ago, okay? That day, an hour later, NVIDIA is going down, and they say you're not allowed to sell to China. Jensen and NVIDIA come out and say and tweet, there is no material impact. This is not a big deal, less than 1%, nothing. And then NVIDIA starts going back up and doesn't matter. Okay? That's how you handle stuff. If there's a rumor, you come out and say it. The SMCI comes out and says, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm an idiot. I want my stock to get delisted. And it's about to get delisted, guys. Okay? So I have no idea what they're doing. But TSM CEO doesn't say a word. They haven't said a word. Why have they not said a word? What the hell is wrong with them? Is the guy a complete moron? I don't care if it's a 10% hit. You just say, look, this is how much it impacts it. We're a very honest company, and we're going to tell you what happens. And then the stock goes higher because people are saying, oh, they can overcome that. Now, a Citibank analyst comes out and says they're going to have an impact of maybe 5%, but if they raise prices across the board, it covers that. So it doesn't matter. Why does an analyst have to say that and the CEO doesn't open his mouth? What the hell is wrong with this guy? I mean, go get a sawhorse and, really. I just don't understand how CEOs are so stupid. They all need to pay Sam and say, look, if I don't do this, what happens to my stock? If the SMCI CEO is so idiotic with his wife on the board, think about it. Why doesn't he just come out and say, okay, this is what we did, and the stock's at $50? It may never go up again, but it's at $50. Instead, he's just going to line, get delisted. Makes no sense. Okay? Things that haven't moved this week. Carvana should have moved on this. Probably not going to move for another week and a half till it gets added to that index, so understand that. PPI comes in line, it looks like. Okay? So SPX, which was up, is now negative. So it's just sitting there. SPX is down. Okay? So just understand that. That's what we know. Okay, let's get started. SPX down 2. It's just sitting there. It's expiration week. Hard to get through 6,000, looks like. So if it's going to do it, it's going to do it next week. Okay, so keep an eye on that. SPX, you got 6,009, 6,016, 6,032, under 59.52. No compelling reason to go down. Guys, there's no compelling reason to go down except it's expiration week. That's it. Okay? Vago 177, 181. Because of this TSM, because of this ASML stuff, this one may be ready. Let's keep an eye on this one today. See if it can pop through 177, then get to 181. Interesting. Okay? Underneath 166 beast. NVIDIA earnings next week. The whole world's going to be watching 151, 156. If they beat and guide up huge, 172 possible. Underneath 109 if bad. Shopalicious trying to go. We'll look at the 115s early. If you can get them for under 50 cents, if it drops down to 113.50, becomes interesting. Okay? 116, 121. CrowdStrike, nice move yesterday. Got to 357, back down. Like it for earnings in 2 weeks. Keep an eye on that one. PanW trying to go. We got in and out of that one. That one did nicely. 411, 421. APP was on my screen. I'm going to take it off. It doesn't move. It doesn't move right, guys. They hit high of year, and for 5 days, it can't even get close to it. This is the type of stock you don't play. Okay, I understand some of you like this stuff, but this is how Sam looks at it. Like, wait a second. This is such a great stock. Everybody says, Sam, you got to look at it, and it doesn't move for 5 days? And they charge high premium? That means it's a sucker trade. Don't do it. Meta hit 600, can't get going at all. Starting to take that off the screen again. It's playable on earnings week. Outside of that, Meta is worse than shit playing. Just can't play it. It doesn't move right. Okay? Just like Amazon. Because Bezos and Zuckerberg keep selling shares and it doesn't move right. Coin a little bit better. 309, 338 beast. MicroStrategy. Let's see. If Bitcoin is up today and it's down today, be careful. They may be trying to get this more in line. Interesting. Amgen, another one. An analyst comes out and says, I looked at a report from 2 years ago, it looks negative. And it goes down 25. And no other analyst comes out and says that's a bogus report. It was out there for 2 years. You didn't know this? Think about this. And it doesn't go back up. Interesting. UPST 71, 73. Goldman Sachs 606, 609. Carvana not moving 253 beast. TSM, because ASML is good, this thing should run 6. If it doesn't run 6, it may have another issue. Keep an eye on that. Tesla can't seem to go. 352, 364. Wait some more. And when you're ready to buy it, wait some more. Snowman 133, 139. Two other ones interesting. Baker, Tom, Charlie, Sam. Baker, Tom, Charlie, Sam, $1 million stock. It's moving. At some point, this goes back to zero, but it's moving right now. Interesting. And Baker, Tom, Charlie, Tom. This one moves every day. Not worth anything. It's probably shit, but it's moving. Just something to keep an eye on. NOW down a little bit. Very strong. If and when CRM has earnings, this thing can really run. Interesting. Cisco, meaningless. Guys, don't get caught up with numbers. I mean, people send me, Sam, what do you think of Cisco? Sam, what do you think of Intel? Intel hasn't moved in 25 years. Okay? When you do that, you get butchered. And you should get butchered. Okay? Don't play these garbage stocks that don't move. You gotta move. If you're not even going to sell them when something's up $2, how are you going to sell something that doesn't move? Don't do that. Everybody have a great trading day. See you, chat.